Hey, book lovers, I'm Candace.
And I'm Chrissy. And you've just stumbled into your new favorite book club, Bookalicious Pod.
We're two sisters reading our way through fantasy, fiction, thrillers, and the occasional "what did we just read" moments.
Every week, we break down books chapter by chapter
with deep dives, hot takes, and detours into sisterly side combos.
Think a cozy book club mixed with a FaceTime call, sprinkled with a little chaos.
We don't hold back on the characters we love or the ones we love to hate.
We play games like Read It Like Reddit, Red Flag or Deal Breaker, and have Spotify polls for you to guess along with our plot theories.
If you've got a TBR pile a mile high, including Akatar or Freida McFadden,
or just want to feel like you're hanging with your bookish besties, hit play. This is Bookalicious Pod.
Record. All right, y'all.
So
I have told Chrissy that I didn't want to unveil my background until I had it all ready. So I'm going to unveil myself on 3. 1, 2, 3.
That's funny.
I know. I was thinking
That's
about doing
not
this for
accurate.
I was thinking about doing this for part 1 where I'd start Xing through the women because I was like, this is not Sex in the City.
Murder in the City.
Murder in the City. All the girly pops are dead. No one's left.
Oh my gosh. Did we start out with 4 women?
No, we started off
No,
with 3.
but okay, yeah. But you're right. They're all gone?
They're all gone. R.I.P.
Well, actually, no, just one of them's gone.
Well,
But it does
one's
feel like they've all died.
one's dead, one's a psycho, and the third one, I was like, you're gonna
Has
be considered
lifelong
dead.
therapy.
Yeah, lifelong therapy. She should be dead, but she survived somehow.
She
So-
did.
Oh my God.
This was a wild ending.
Bananas. I was like, I'm not even reading a book anymore. I don't even know what this is.
Mad Libs.
Literally, this was it was the most Frida ending I could have expected.
I loved it.
You're just like,
So
what?
kooky.
So kooky. Doesn't make any sense to me. Chrissy felt like it made sense when we were chatting on the side.
Yeah, from what I remember when I finished it, because at this point it's been about a week since I finished it. But do you want me to share my high level thoughts?
Yeah, always.
Yes. I felt like while I was reading it, I was really anxious because it's a thriller and it was really getting to me. And I was like, oh,
Yeah.
kind of nervous. But then by the end, I was like, oh, this is just a Frida book. It's hilarious. And I felt so safe. I was like, it was just a kooky book. I loved the ending.
Oh my God. Okay. Oh, I was gonna look this up and I forgot. What is the story of The Great Gatsby with Tom and Daisy, and would that have solved this for us?
Yeah, I think basically because, oh my gosh. Yeah, Tom has a little side girl who's like poor woman in the country, from what I remember.
Mm-hmm.
And he's having an affair with her every time he goes to drive by.
Okay.
And then he leaves her and says, I'm done with you. And then he goes off with Daisy. I don't remember. But anyways, at the end, he and Daisy are driving down the street and the woman comes out and she says, Tom, you've come back for me. But then they hit her and they just keep driving. So would it have solved it? I don't know. But there's some parallels.
There's some parallels for sure. Well, because you mentioned it in book 1 and I poo-pooed you. And I was like, I don't think Frida's read that book. I think it was
Oh my gosh.
a coincidence.
I think Frida's read plenty of books. How else
Yes.
could she write such quality literature? Honestly, I think her books are great. They fill a niche.
They fill a niche. It's like once you realize this is just camp silly, we're just having fun, we're just anything goes, like,
Yeah.
why not?
She's not trying to write, I don't know, world shifting, great piece of literature. She's here to build her empire.
Yeah. She doesn't have a message. If she does, it's probably about women getting fat picking her nose. Some underlying traumas that we all have. She just writes about it, and I kind of appreciate it.
I love it.
Did you see our latest comment on The Housemaid
Oh, I
book
did.
2?
Yeah, do you want to read it? There's no spoilers for The Housemaid's Secret, right?
Thank God. Yes. So this was from Sakura Forever. Sakura is a Japanese word and it means cherry blossom.
Oh, wow. Look at you. Did you already know that?
I
Or did
already
you
knew
look it
that.
up?
I learned
Wow.
that in Japan,
Straight from the source.
straight from the source. So Sakura is usually like a pink color, like the cherry
Hmm.
blossom, and it's very important in Japan.
Very cool.
I know.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. So Sakura Forever said, randomly found this podcast and I was pleasantly surprised. What do you think she was expecting?
I was just thinking that. Well, she probably had no expectations because she randomly found it. So, but we exceeded them.
She wasn't expecting an audiobook because then she would have been pleasantly disappointed.
That's true. Unpleasantly surprised.
Unpleasantly surprised. Yes. Okay. Sakura says, I'm on the late train to the Housemaid series. I enjoyed the first, but this one definitely felt more talk to text. LOL. Yes. With the random intellectual vocab sprinkled in because Frida remembered it's a novel she's writing.
I love that.
I love that. And Sakura said, keep up the great pod.
Wow.
I
Thanks,
love that.
Sakura.
Yeah, we love that. Thanks for writing in.
Honestly, yeah, I liked your reply because you said Frida's books get way better when you realize they're a comedy, and they really do.
They really do. People take it so seriously and, guilty, but it's like you just gotta let Frida do her thing. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Just hop on, enjoy the ride.
Hop on, enjoy the ride, enjoy your beach read. It's going to take you 3.5 hours. You're going to be no better of a person for it, but
You'll be thoroughly entertained.
you'll be thoroughly entertained. Exactly right.
Do you think you're a better person?
Having read,
Frida books.
I think our pod is a better pod because of Frida books. That's 100%.
That's for sure.
That's for sure.
She's sponsoring this pod.
Honestly, yes. I'm actually one of Frida's like big fans on Facebook.
What does that mean? Oh, like when you like a lot of her stuff, you get the like top fan thing.
Yeah. And I'm like, I haven't even liked that many things, I don't think. But maybe it's because I'm constantly doing hashtag Freida McFadden in all of my posts.
Oh, are you? Because everything I do on the site is for her. That could do it.
Yeah, so I'm a top Facebook fan. I was like, okay. I didn't know that would happen to me.
You're a what are they called? McFandom?
A
Frida
McFandom. Yeah.
McFans.
Yeah.
That's right. I think they have a Facebook group. You should join.
A McFan feels like a number 7 in the McDonald's line.
I love it. One of the Goodreads referred to her as another McFaddy book, which I didn't like as much, I guess, but it is a fun
I
name.
mean, Frida talks a lot about fat women. In almost every one of her books now,
That's
there's
true.
it's always derogatory towards women being fat.
This one, I thought,
Talked
I don't know,
about
I thought it was her flabby arms.
her flabby arms in the beginning. Like it wasn't like a lot, but it's always in it. That's one of her like check boxes when she's writing.
Yeah.
There she
Gonna-
is.
Dad's here. You
Oh,
can't
is there
see
my
him.
dad? I can't see
Yeah,
you.
you can't. Here, I'll turn off the microphone thing. Oh, I don't know where to go. I guess this one. I think we can hear you now.
Hey,
Hey.
I got two of my favorite daughters.
Yeah.
sharing my screen.
Oh my God, I love that.
Yes, and I'm actually going to go visit one of my favorite daughters next Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
Can you believe it?
Where? Oh my God, you're coming to Atlanta. I
Where
forgot.
else is he gonna go?
I'm going to show up on your doorstep.
Oh my God, I'm glad you said that. I totally forgot.
I
Yeah,
know.
we're excited to have you.
Now, are you in California or have you come home?
I've come home. I came home Friday afternoon.
Oh,
So I'm
okay.
back. I'm back,
Well, I
baby.
can't wait to see you.
I know. I
That
know.
is soon.
I
That is
know.
soon.
I mean,
I was
I
forgetting.
can't imagine either.
Yeah. Will Andrew be there?
Andrew should be there. Andrew should be there. He was gone
Oh,
last week also. We both had work trips at the same time, which
Oh.
was unusual.
Oh, King survived?
He was only gone one
King
day
survived.
without coverage between the two of us. So,
Mm, okay.
so he was
And
okay.
if he was lazy and sleepy, he wouldn't have even missed that.
Yeah.
That
Slept all
guy.
the way through.
He's on a daily
Well, I'll let
Xanax
you get
now.
back to it, but I can't
Oh,
wait to
okay.
see
All
you.
right. All right.
Oh.
Love you. So how long did it take you to finish the book after we left off?
I think I might have finished it. I finished it pretty soon. I was going to save it because we weren't going to pod for a while,
I
but then it was the
know.
weekend and I had time. So I think I finished it in like a day,
In a day.
next day or the day after, something like that.
It took me like an hour to finish it.
It
I was
was so
shocked.
good.
I was just like flip, 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 flip. I was like, okay, I'm done now.
Were you coming up with new theories as you were reading?
As I was
Well, we
reading,
can get into it.
I was like, this is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy. What's happening?
I know. Ugh, I just had to finish it though, because that was before I got to the campy part. I was just a ball of anxiety.
Oh
I even had a dream,
no.
I think, about there being a serial killer or something. I kind of forget. But it wasn't a scary dream actually.
You
Or
know
was it that
what?
scary?
I had a dream too about a serial killer.
I mean, Frida, I'm telling you, she's kind of a good writer because she really sucks you in. Makes you think about
She,
the book.
yes, she really has nailed the every chapter, which is only a page long, has a
Yes.
cliffhanger.
I know. She's just a series of TikTok video. She's TikTok turned into words.
Yes, yes. She is like serial clickbait, one after the other. And you're like, I can't stop reading. I have to finish this.
I
So,
know. Ugh,
yeah.
she got us good.
Okay. Is this enough preamble? Are we going to get right into it today?
Yeah. Should we tell the people who we are?
All right, let's do it.
Welcome to Bookalicious, the podcast where two sisters chat about books we're reading. I'm Chrissy,
And I'm Candace.
and today we are finishing The Boyfriend. Breaking up with the boyfriend.
Breaking up with a boyfriend. Did you like this better than The Housemaid?
That's a good question. I think I like this more because we've read the whole Housemaid series.
Mm-hmm.
And now I love Frida. Let's think. Yeah, what if this was our first Frida book? How would we have liked it? I think we would have just been like, this is crazy. It, this is more outrageous than The Housemaid was, I thought.
Yeah, this is more outrageous than The Housemaid. I think we would have been blown away like Housemaid too. I think
Yeah,
we would have
this is going straight into Housemaid 2 territory.
yes. Like I don't know that this can be your first Frida book. I don't know that you're really gonna get it.
I know. You got to ease into it with The Housemaid. Because that one, it was a little crazy, but it was like a, what's the word? Like a spooky kind of ending,
Yeah.
like spine chilling, but it wasn't unbelievable. I mean, it was unbelievable.
It was
It
like a
wasn't kooky
little
though.
it was a little unbelievable. It was, but like as on the scale of Frida's most unbelievable endings, it was like mid-tier.
Oh yeah. It was very reasonable. That one was still on Earth. This one we're
This
in Mars.
this one we're in Mars. This book felt very online diary. More online diary than even Housemaid 2.
I think, I don't know, both the end of Housemaid 2 and this one. I don't know what to think.
Okay. Well, are we gonna finally get into it, even
Yeah,
though we said that a few minutes
I
ago?
know. Let's do it for real this time.
Okay. So for the summaries, Do you want to do the before and I do the after? We split them up,
Oh, sure. Yeah, we can do it like that.
or we can flip flop. Doesn't matter.
Let's think. I'm good with however you think it. You wrote the summary this time. So
I
whatever you
did.
think would be best.
Um, I think I have more questions in the after. So why don't you read the before?
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay.
Okie dokie. All right. So this is wrapping up everything we learned about Tom in the before part.
Yes.
Okay. So it has been 2 days since Tom killed his dad. And now that Tom's mom is back in town, his story about where his dad went gets shakier and shakier. Yeah, literally, he's the worst criminal ever.
Oh my God.
He just needs to come up with a story and stick with it. Or just say, plead the fifth. Say, I don't know where he is.
I have no idea. I know. But he's a kid. This to me was believable. I would be shaking in my boots too if I
Okay,
had
that's
killed
true.
my dad and rolled him up in a rug and threw him in a quarry.
Yeah. That is true. I guess, honestly, Tom is really the best character
He
in this
is.
whole book.
Yes, I agree.
All right. Okay. So Tom's mom reveals that his dad left his phone at his favorite pub 2 nights ago and hasn't been at work. She also inquires how the rug was taken away before trash day. Good observations, Mom.
Yes.
To this, Tom returns a big blink blink before they are greeted by Chief Daisy's dad, Driscoll.
Yep.
Yep. Chief Driscoll believes that Tom knows about Allison's disappearance. He has learned that Allison and Tom were known enemies, and Allison did not like that Tom and Daisy were together. Chief Driscoll is concerned that Tom also knows about Brandy's disappearance. Since Tom's alibi for Allison is his dad, the chief would like to speak to Pops. Reasonable. Finally, a competent police force in this town. Or in
I
the
was
book.
going to ask, do you think it's like realistic he's able to put all this together?
I mean, it's a small town. It sounds like there's not a lot of suspects.
Yeah.
It sounds like it's like only the high schoolers.
Well, and it was like nobody cared about Brandy if it was so easy for him to solve. But
What do
maybe
you
they
mean it
just
was so
thought
easy for him to solve?
well, like it seems like Allison's been missing for a day and then he's figured everything out, the chief of police.
Yeah.
But Brandy was missing for a year.
Right, but people didn't know about Brandy and Tom.
Yeah. But now he does.
But
Like
now he
how-
does, and he learned about it at the same time as Allison and Tom.
I guess I'm
Right?
just wondering, like, how did he get all this new information about Brandy and Tom?
Yeah,
Whatever.
I don't know. Good question. But he's
well.
he's putting the pieces together. He better be careful, or he might be the next victim.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Okay.
So Chief Driscoll wants to speak to Tom's dad. To this, Tom's mom goes into cover-up mode, saying that her husband is at work and would be too tired to chat tonight. She also asks Chief Driscoll to leave so they can finish dinner. As Chief Driscoll is getting ready to leave, he notices a dark, blood-looking stain on their fabric couch. Tom's mom says they were painting for an art project. Tom's mom cleans the couch and does not ask any more about Pops, Daisy, or Allison.
Yep.
Man. I mean, kudos to mom for really having your back, I guess.
I mean, what else would you do?
I don't know. Like, would you be scared if you're the mom, or would you be like secretly thankful your kid got rid of abusive dad?
I'd probably be like, something bad happened, but the dad was so horrific. I'd probably been like, it was inevitable or he deserved it.
So you
We're
wouldn't
gonna
ask
keep it
any
moving.
questions?
I think I would. I think I would say, I need you to tell me everything that's happened so that we can fix this. I think that's what I would say.
Would you be scared he would kill you, though?
No, I don't think so. Because I feel like it would have been how I would have imagined it is it would have been some kind of provoked tussle.
Mm.
And it was like self-defense. And now he's like spiraled out. That's what I would assume. And so I wouldn't think.
If you know, I don't know.
You'd turn your kid in?
Well, I don't know. Tom seems like a psychopath from everything we know about him. So I would have some concerns.
But I feel like
about him confessing his murder.
if you're the mom, you don't think he's a psychopath. And she doesn't know he has these weird
I
urges,
guess that's true.
you
Guess
know?
that's true. Yeah, yeah,
He's her sweet boy who stuck, was standing up for her when the dad was being horrible.
yeah,
So
yeah. Okay. So maybe I'd want to know. But I also kind of get her just being like, I think it's better if I don't know. Because then she can like plead ignorance.
that's true.
Should it ever come up, you know?
That's true.
So maybe I would kind of go that route.
Yeah.
And then years
Okay.
later be like, so tell me, where is dad?
Yes.
Okay. Um, as if Tom's mom doesn't have enough to worry about now. Oh, now that she's a single mom whose son is about to be accused of murder, Tom goes to visit Daisy in the middle of the night. I did think that was crazy.
Oh my God.
Daisy says she can't see Tom anymore and her dad is onto him. Daisy reveals that Slug was peeping on Brandy and Allison. Peeping on Brandy, and Allison told Daisy that she saw the two boys being suspicious, stuffing something into Slug's car with blood on their hands. Something that looked like a body.
That's pretty bad.
It's pretty bad. In a desperate attempt to smooth things over, Tom convinces Daisy to meet him at the local Dairy Queen at 1 a.m. that night.
Yep.
What?
Okay. So my question here was, do you think Slug was actually peeping or Daisy made that up?
I kind of feel like he actually was.
He seems like a weirdo.
He kind of seems like he would be that person. And did Tom already know that or no?
I think if I remember correctly, Tom like left that conversation and he was like, wow, I knew Slug was like a little weird, but this is like too
Oh.
much.
Maybe she was making it up. At the time, I didn't really question it.
Well, I know at the time I didn't question it either, but spoiler, we find out Daisy's the big bad. So now I'm like, maybe she was lying.
You're right. I didn't even think about that. Maybe she was. I don't know. I mean, we'll never know.
I know. Well, I was wondering too, did Allison even tell her those things?
That's true. She could have just made it all up.
But I'm assuming Allison probably did because Daisy wasn't there to see it. And then for the grand finale, that was Daisy's motivation for whacking her friend.
Yeah. Okay. I'm thinking maybe she made up that Slug was peeping on people. But yeah, Allison actually told her those things.
Mm-hmm.
So, huh. So, I mean, I guess at this point, Daisy was already planning to murder Slug.
I think so. Or she was looking for
Why
an
though?
opportunity. She's trying to
Yeah.
pin it. She's
Oh,
trying to
that's
pin
right.
it.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
But she doesn't have to kill him to pin it on him. Oh, well, I guess so. If he can talk, then he can deny it and have all of his alibis. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Although he'd have a terrible alibi for the night Allison disappeared.
Well, I guess since we've spoiled the ending, Daisy's the big bad. Slug didn't kill Brandy. Okay. How did Slug know how many bags and everything for the body in the car?
I know. I don't know. Lucky guess. He's actually really good at. He's a mathematician.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. I mean, do you like that Frida sprinkled in all these little red herring facts? Or are you just kind of annoyed where you're like, ugh, this wasn't even relevant really to the plot. It was just to throw us off. Because, yeah, it never gets explained.
It if it was explained somehow that he would know it, I would like it better.
I kind of agree.
Throwing in weird facts that is unrealistic for someone to know
Mm-hmm.
just for the point of a red herring makes it feel kind of cheap. And I think that's one of like the big complaints that I have with the book is that like a lot of the twists to me felt unguessable with the clues that we were given.
I kind of agree. Yeah. And maybe you could explain it away with we're getting everything from Tom's point of view. At this point, he
Mhm.
thinks Slug did murder Brandy.
Yeah.
And so maybe Slug is just like a very nonchalant person, and Tom's like, "How many trash bags do we need?" And Slug is like, "I don't know, 6."
Yeah.
And Tom is reading it as like he is so confident in the number that we need exactly 6. How does he know? So maybe that's part of it.
I could see that. I could see that.
Yeah. We're just getting Tom's biased view, but I do think it's Frida sprinkling in red herrings to make it unguessable, which I kind of
Yeah.
agree is kind of annoying.
It's kind of annoying. Okay.
You know, we're here to be detectives. We can't do
I
that with
agree.
false clues.
False clue. Well, and that was the same big problem that we had with Gone Before Goodbye,
Oh, yeah.
is that you get to the end and then they reveal the big bad. I won't say who, but they reveal the big bad. And then you're like, what?
Yeah,
Everybody's
that's right.
lying. How was I supposed to know
Yeah.
that?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Agreed.
So, yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Oh, okay, yes.
Yep.
All right, ready for the next part?
Yep.
Okie dokie. As Tom leaves Daisy, okay, so they just agreed to meet at Dairy Queen at 1 a.m. that night.
Yep.
As Tom leaves Daisy's house to wait for their 1 a.m. rendezvous, he realizes he was being peeped on by Slug.
Dun,
Tom
dun,
can...
dun. Okay.
Tom confirms to Slug that Allison was onto them and told Daisy. And to this, Slug says, Daisy is a problem. Tom says he'll handle it. Slug sarcastically says, like you did the last time, i.e., with Allison.
Mhm.
Tom does not appreciate this. Slug says, you're my best friend, Tom, but I'm not going to jail because you can't manage to do what needs to be done.
Okay. Pause. My question here is, what do you think Slug means by you can't manage to do what needs to be done?
He
If,
actually said that?
yeah. How does that
Hmm.
fit with Slug not having killed people?
Right. That's a good point.
Because if
I don't
anything, Tom
know.
did do what needs to be done. If Slug, because Slug thinks Tom killed Allison.
Is he just trying to encourage Tom and say, you got to do it, like you don't have a choice, sort of thing? Or, or maybe, or maybe he's saying he's going to turn Tom in. He's
He
like,
doesn't
I
do
know,
it.
Tom. Yeah, I know you killed Allison. I can't go
Mm-hmm.
to jail. So even though you're my best friend,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna
Turn you
rat you
in.
out about Allison. Yeah,
Maybe
maybe.
that's what he means.
Yeah, but you're right. I don't know. I forgot about that line.
Yeah. Because he said it the first time. And so the first time he says, she's going to be a problem. We got to do something about it. And then the next day he's like, well, that was convenient. Haha. Wink, wink at
Mm-hmm.
Tom, thinking that Tom did it. Tom's
Right.
thinking the reverse. So that made sense to me. But then for him to say this again, it's like, well, Tom did do, in Slug's mind, Tom did do what needed to be done. So he should feel confident. But
Yeah.
maybe what he's saying is that Slug is worried Tom won't kill Daisy
Right, because it's Daisy.
because it's Daisy. So maybe that's what he means.
Maybe he's kind of like choose between me and Daisy sort of
Yeah.
thing.
Oof,
I could see
Slug,
that.
that's not a good bet.
No. Poor Slug.
No, Slug the bug eater. Like, no.
Yeah. Yikes. Okay, ready for the next part?
Yep.
Okay. Tom realizes that the information he has given Slug has put Daisy in trouble because he knows that they're meeting at Dairy Queen. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
He is worried Slug will kill Daisy at the Dairy Queen while she is waiting for Tom. This turns into a mad dash as Tom races to the rendezvous point. By the time he arrives, he sees both Slug and Daisy's car and a body on the ground.
Okay, who did you think it was?
Oh, I totally thought it was Daisy.
100% same.
Because we've learned from at this point that Daisy is dead.
I was more okay with that lie because Tom's like, she's dead to me.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay, Frida, I'll let you get away with that one.
Which lie were you not okay with? Oh, Gretchen?
The Gretchen, the Gretchen of it all, the slug twist, like these slug twists and stuff, like those red
Right.
herrings. I was more like, okay, that's not even close to guessable.
Yeah.
Did you not like the lie?
That Daisy was, I feel like that kind of made it unguessable. I don't know, you just
Yeah.
have to assume people are lying, which is a weird way to read a book.
I guess that's true. But maybe the only thing that we could have tipped us off is that Tom was lying about everything that he was telling Sydney.
Oh, I guess that's true.
So maybe we could have pieced together he's lying
Lying
about
about
everything.
Daisy.
So, but that did kind of
Yeah.
make it unguessable. So maybe I'm not okay
Right.
with it.
I feel like all of it together just makes it impossible.
Yeah.
Maybe one or two of those, but she had like 30 red herrings. So,
Yes. Yes. Okay.
ah, all right. Oh, who did you think the body was? You thought it was Daisy?
I thought it was Daisy. Duh.
Yeah, of
Who else could
course.
it be?
I was so sad. That's when my heart was racing. It's like, oh, Slug's the murderer. Of
Yes.
course. All right. And a twist. The body is not Daisy, but Slug. Daisy tells Tom that Slug came and tried to kill her. But lucky she brought her dad's spare gun and, and shot Slug right in the noggin.
Like, thank God. Brought this gun.
Just in case. You never know when you might need it.
15-year-old girly pop just bringing a
Oh
gun to
my
the local
gosh.
GQ.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay.
Oh. All right. Tom is trying to put all the pieces together when he realizes that Daisy killed Slug, Allison, and Brandy.
Mhm.
Daisy reveals she killed Brandy because she was jealous. She killed Allison to protect Tom, and Slug to pin the other two murders so that these two lovebirds could run off into the night. Tom decides to keep Daisy's secret but end their relationship. She's about to kill Tom too, if he's not on board.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's like, well, Tom, I can't go to jail. So if you're not on board with this, I'm gonna have to pin it on both you and Slug.
That's kind of crazy because anyone would say, okay, I'm on board with it, but then they might not be later on. They would just
She
secretly go to
knows
the chief of
Tom.
police. Yeah.
She knows they're. Do you think he would have believed him though? Would anyone have believed Tom if he said Daisy was the murderer?
It would have been hard because the only way that it could have worked is if he told the chief of police, told what Daisy was wearing, and then they were able to see gunpowder residue or fingerprints on the gun, or
Oh.
like they can do like the ballistics with like the bullet.
Well, um, oh. Couldn't
I
she have
don't
said she
really.
killed him out of self-defense though that night?
Yeah, she still would have
Because
said
he's gonna
that.
be dead. Yeah, so that would have still been the story.
Yeah.
It only would have worked if they could have like tied the murder weapon to her or maybe found her DNA on the bodies, but maybe even not that because she was friends with Allison
Yeah.
and maybe Brandy. So like maybe her hair could have been on them anyway.
It's also weird because she was like, she tortured them.
Oh, I know. She said,
Maybe
I
she.
just have to have a little fun with it.
Oh, did she say that?
She said that.
Oh my God.
I
What a
know.
psycho.
She's super psycho.
Her BFF?
Ah, I hate that so
No.
much. I
No.
know.
No. Okay.
I
That's
know, but this
sick.
is where I was like, this is just so crazy. Although
Ridiculous.
it probably does exist somewhere, but basically, because at first I was worried because I'm like, oh my gosh, it's like this boyfriend that you're meeting on the dating apps is going around. He's a serial killer. I'm like, that sounds super reasonable, or like it could
Yes.
happen. So scary. But now I'm like, oh, it's just this girl who loves to murder, and that just feels a lot more out of the realm of possibility to me. So I felt a lot safer after
Well,
this.
maybe, maybe Spirit of Killy Millie, all her DNA wiped up.
Yeah, it has to be.
Bullets.
It's the
Yeah,
only way
bullets
these murders make
serial.
sense.
Yes, the bullets like serial number has been rubbed off
Yeah.
mysteriously. Okay.
Okay, so Tom decides to keep Daisy's secret but end their relationship. Yep.
Hmm.
All right. A short time hop later, Tom is dating another girl, Cindy. Cindy's okay, but she doesn't like horror movies or have the same sick soul that Daisy, Tom's twin flame, has. Tom reveals he is no longer going to be a surgeon, but a pathologist instead. And it says he feels he won't be tempted to kill if the bodies are already dead. I thought that was a great point, and I love the line where it says he like tells his mom, and his mom is like, "Thank goodness." She knows.
She knows he's a freak. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Missing his villainess, Daisy, Tom decides to send her a "you up" text. It's been years since he last communicated with Daisy, and she doesn't reply. Dejected, Tom decides to ring Cindy's phone. She usually picks up on the first ring, but something is awry and she doesn't answer. Also revealed. Do we find out there what happened to Cindy, or we have to piece it together later?
You just have to guess. You just have to
Oh.
assume.
Oh, right. He finds out the next day that Cindy has been brutally tortured and murdered.
Oh, I forgot about
Right?
that. I don't know.
No, she drowned. She drowned, actually.
She drowned, yeah, but she was dead.
I think so. I'm pretty sure that's what happened.
Is Daisy just like always in the wings, ready for Tom's call? And
What's
she
her job?
descends?
Well, I guess now
Murderer.
she works at a museum. But yeah, how does she just keep following Tom around and finance her life while being a world-class serial killer? 'Cause she never gets caught.
She never gets caught. I mean, really, world class. Could she like rob these women? I don't know that you would get
Um,
enough money.
I don't think so. Also, I feel like that would probably leave the most fingerprints,
That's true.
as in like tie her the closest to all these murders.
Yeah.
So I don't know if she'd want to do that.
I don't know because you're right. Like museum decorator,
Decorator. She's not even a
that
curator.
museum lady is not like a high-paying job for you to be able
In
to
New
be
York?
stalking in New York. Yeah, to be a part-time stalker / serial killer.
Oh my
Like,
gosh. Yeah. Stalking takes a lot of time, I'd imagine.
yes. She is like freaking Batman, and as soon as Tom texts her, she descends upon the night, kills the
Yes.
women. And then what? She just says, "Yes, I'm up."
Yeah, not up to much. What are you up to?
You want to go get a coffee?
Oh my gosh. And it's been years.
It's been years.
Years.
Yeah.
She
And
just
she's
keeps killing
always
his girlfriends.
always in his vicinity. I took it as Cindy was the first girlfriend that she killed again because he texted her "you up," and she's like, "There's a chance."
Oh, I took it to mean that was the first girl maybe he's dated seriously because he was in med school and stuff. He was busy.
I think he did
And so
say
he
that.
finally, I think so. And so he finally was dating someone and then she mysteriously dies. Or like, I think one of them, I think he didn't know at first that it was Daisy, but eventually he pieces it together. Right?
Oh my
I think she's
God.
always been killing the other woman. If she killed Brandy, she's been killing everybody.
Yeah, she's definitely been killing everyone, but I just think it's crazy that like we were talking about, she's always in the rafters waiting.
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy.
I
Okay.
don't know. That is crazy.
Mm-mm-mm.
All right. And then last part of the before also revealed no one looked for Tom's dad. He was a drunk and owed a lot of gambling debts. People assumed it was a mob hit or he ran out of town. I can't believe they didn't find the body.
I think they did. Maybe they didn't.
I don't know if they did. Wrapped in their rug.
Oh yeah, you're right.
I mean, come
Well,
on.
maybe they did. If they did find him, Tom's mom would be like, "I've never seen that rug in my life."
With
You
all of
know?
your hairs on it?
She'd be like, "It must have been a transference." I mean, maybe by the time they found him, his body had degraded. The rug was pretty tattered.
Maybe. Maybe, but that just seems like a big piece of evidence.
That does seem like a big piece of
A
evidence.
rug is huge. It's got to have a lot of your DNA on it.
To
A lot
roll
of
up
your
a
skin
body.
flakes.
Yeah, to
Yeah.
roll up a body. And that house did not sound like it was super clean.
No, it did not seem like that at all.
No, it
But yeah,
doesn't.
they really just wouldn't look into it. Although I guess maybe, yeah, small town, the family isn't pressing for it.
Yeah. Like,
I don't
okay.
know.
I will. So, a couple of like checks that I think we did get is we had talked about the dad. And I think one of us said at some point that people wouldn't look for him
Mm. Okay, yeah, that sounds right.
because the family wouldn't care. And then we had also talked about the serial killer who we thought was Tom using, or Slug, like using the murders to pin on the other murders.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So we did talk about that. So
Okay, good for
I
us.
I feel like we got a couple of like the theories right. It was just the
Mm-hmm.
Daisy component we couldn't solve, so then we couldn't
Mm-hmm.
click everything into place.
That's true. We guessed that Slug was a good guy, but
We
not in
did?
the way it happened. That was our theory. That was one of our leading theories, I think.
Oh, what did we?
We said Tom
Okay.
is evil and Slug is good. And Slug is Jake.
Oh, yes.
That was way out there, it turns out.
Yeah, so you said Tom is evil. Sydney gets captured by Tom. Sydney kills Tom. Slug is revealed to be good person Jake and explains everything.
Yeah, yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, and then I said the same, except Sydney uses her Hansel and Gretel blood trail. I'm so disappointed that didn't
Yes.
happen.
I know. I know. Her blood was it just wooed Tom in.
Just an aphrodisiac for Tom.
Yes. That's it. Come on.
Okay.
Man.
Any
I'm kind of
any
glad she didn't
more?
turn into a murderess. I
Sydney?
guess we'll get into that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That would have been a Frida ending though.
That's true. Okay. Are you ready for the after? More comments on the before.
Um, I think we've talked about everything.
Okay. Okay. The after. So Sydney dishes her hot Tom Goss with BFF Gretchen, discussing her and Tom's weird last date. Tom's obsession with his dead high school girlfriend, Tom's insistence on not being in the same location twice.
Mm.
Gretchen
Mhm.
offers to meet Tom to help Sydney suss him out. But Sydney reveals Tom panics at the mention of meeting any of Sydney's inner circle. Okay,
All makes sense now.
does Gretchen know this is her Tom?
I think she's gotta.
She's got to know.
Yeah, she already knows at this point. She already had the whole murder planned out,
Yeah. So she
right?
already knows. Yeah. And I guess we'll talk about this in a minute. Okay. Gretchen asks Sydney to visit her museum exhibit one last time before it gets taken down, accidentally revealing that Gretchen was working on said exhibit the night of Bonnie's murder. Sydney immediately realizes this means Randy no longer has an alibi. Gretchen swears to Gretchen swears Sydney to secrecy, saying she knows Randy would never do anything to Bonnie, even though he has a previous stalking charge from an ex-girlfriend several years ago. While Sydney feels weird about everything, she goes along with Gretchen because she isn't 100% sure Randy has anything to do with Bonnie's murder, and she doesn't want to ruin his life.
Yikes.
What would you do?
Would I turn Randy in?
Yeah.
I mean, I probably wouldn't, unless I really did think he was the murderer.
Yeah.
Because at this point, you just feel kind of weird about him, which I don't know if that's really enough for me to turn him in either. Like my best friend's boyfriend, maybe.
I feel like I would bring it up to my police ex-boyfriend
That's true.
and just say, I don't really know. Can you just kind of suss it out and not make a big deal out of it?
That's true. I think I would do that. Yeah. And like, this didn't come from me. Could you just,
Yeah.
make it seem like a normal, we're just going through all the suspects again? Because honestly,
Yeah.
he does make a lot of sense. I mean, he had an alibi that night. So I guess he
They
should
crossed
be
him
out of the
off.
picture.
They crossed him off because he had an alibi that night.
Right.
But it's like I would want them to look now that he doesn't have an alibi and like triple check.
Right. But then I guess Sydney would be like, oh, if they found out he doesn't have an alibi, they would only know that because I told them. Because what are they going to do? Look at Bonnie's work schedule? Ask her work friends? That's the only way they'd
Yeah.
find out he doesn't have an alibi. But
Yeah.
maybe it
But
could work
maybe,
out.
yeah, maybe if she was like, I don't want you to know. So maybe look at Gretchen's like work schedule. And then he
Yeah.
would have found out that she wasn't working there that night at all.
Mm-hmm. I think there's a way to do it. I think that's probably what I would have done. Since I have a friend on the police force working on this case, yeah.
Yeah. Do you think Gretchen slipped or do you think she fed Sydney information?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe fed her information? Because what would happen even if Sydney did go to the police, Bonnie's not going to be the suspect. So now Randy's a suspect. Like she could just kill him whenever and say it was out of
Yeah.
self-defense, you know?
Yeah.
So I guess what's the benefit of her slipping? Now she's worried about Randy? Keeps her off the track? I don't know.
Maybe she was maybe she was thinking one of two options. Sydney doesn't say anything, but now Sydney's suspicious.
Mm-hmm.
So then maybe Sydney will say something to someone who will make Randy seem like more guilty once Gretchen pulls off the framing. Or Sydney does tell the police and then they start looking into um, Randy and now he looks like a good suspect. And then it's revealed that he has like all of the hair and stuff in the toilet.
I guess she
So,
needs someone to pin it on. Yeah.
yeah. So
So she's
I'm
pinning.
kind of,
Yeah, I think she meant to say it.
I think she meant to say it. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. I think you're right.
Yeah. Did I have another question there? I feel like I did. Um, do you feel like
Had
Sydney's a
mhm.
good friend
To Gretchen?
or Bonnie?
Well, apparently they haven't known each other that long. I guess, right?
Yeah, she hasn't known Gretchen that long now, but she knew Bonnie for a little bit. She was considered her air quotes
Yeah.
best friend.
Right. Um, I feel like everything we saw, they seem like fine friends.
Hmm.
Didn't you think?
I thought so. There was a lot of feedback reviews that I saw saying that Sydney was not a girl's girl. And I think like some of it was like some of these moments where it's like she could have done something to help Bonnie, even though Bonnie had died.
Oh, that's true. I don't know. I guess you could see it as she's helping Gretchen though by
Who's
not turning in her
alive.
boyfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I did feel like the line was kind of weird. This might have been in the second part where it's like Bonnie's funeral was 2 months ago and Sydney was in mourning, but then she woke up one day and was like, well, I can't be sad forever, basically. Time to go back to yoga class.
Oh my
And that
God.
did feel a little weird.
2 months for my best friend being murdered
That is no time at all.
in my building.
Oh my gosh. I'd move out. I don't know. Like, not saying you can't go back to any of your normal life or do things you enjoy. Like, that's probably a good thing to do. But she did seem to bounce back really quick and not think
Yeah.
about it again.
Yeah. She actually just started dating Bonnie's ex-boyfriend.
Oh my gosh. I would not be back on the app. There's got to be another app.
There's got to be another app. I agree.
Yeah.
Do you
Mm-mm.
think Gretchen would have murdered Sydney had she gone to the museum exhibit?
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
I didn't either until I just read the line.
Maybe. That seems like it would be harder though to pin it on the same murderer, you know? Like why were they in the museum? Unless she follows her back home. And they're like, "Oh, can we spend the night?"
Or she
Maybe that would
chloroforms
be it.
her.
Yeah,
Yeah. Or
because
I guess like she had been staged, she had like all of like the material ready for the drugging in her apartment. So she would have just lured her from the exhibit to the apartment.
Oh,
Just like you were saying. Oh, let's go to dinner. Oh, I
yeah,
made something, you know.
yeah. Or she could have easily brought that stuff over to Sydney's apartment
Yeah.
because all the murders happened in the person's place.
Yeah. Or that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Interesting. I didn't think about that either. I bet you might be right.
Yeah. Also, oh, you know what else I thought was kind of like Randy had the stalking charge.
I don't even remember that. But yeah.
It's like Gretchen found a man who's obsessed with bugs and stalking.
What? No
The
way.
That's crazy. I mean, maybe people who like bugs are also stalkers. Maybe maybe those two things go like perfectly together.
Those two circles overlap.
Yeah. But that to me felt like another kind of cheap red herring.
I know. He got a whole ant farm for Gretchen. That was crazy. I
Yes.
know. Yeah, so from when I was reading the reviews, everyone thought Randy was actually Slug, which we also thought, I thought we were pretty clever. Well, we also thought that Jake was actually Slug.
Yeah.
No one thought that on the Reddits.
There was no evidence for it.
Which would fit perfect with Freida.
Which would fit. Yes. Yes. I, yeah, I didn't like that. I think you could have one or the other. Having two stalkers who are obsessed with bugs, like that's like a really unique
Niche.
characteristic. Niche,
Yeah.
yes.
I agree. This book did have a ton of red herrings.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So the next day, Sydney has a work call with a new client, and it's Kevin.
That was crazy. Where did he come from? He's still here?
It's psycho. Psycho. I'm calling the police now.
I know. I don't know why she didn't it earlier. She showed up
There's
outside her yoga studio. He showed up.
He showed up at the funeral. He showed up
Mm-hmm.
the yoga studio. He showed
I
up
think
at
he
her
followed her
Zoom
to the
call.
apartment again.
Yeah,
Zoom call.
the Zoom call. Like this is too much. Like because people were saying that Sydney was stupid, and I thought she was actually quite smart for most of the book, but everything revolving around Kevin was kind of crazy.
Yeah. I kind of agree.
Yeah. Um, so Kevin begs for Sydney to give him another chance, and he reveals he's been peeping on her through the window.
That was hilarious to me. He said, "It's not fair. I can only see you through the window." That was crazy.
That is so
Laugh out loud,
crazy.
Frida moment.
I mean, because having like a peeper is really terrifying.
Yeah.
That happened to my girlfriend in Atlanta.
Really?
She was on a first
Oh my
floor
gosh.
apartment and her dog was going crazy. And she looked out the window and there was a man in the bushes.
In the bushes?
In the bushes, like looking at her.
Oh, that's terrifying.
Yes, she packed up and moved the next day.
Yeah, honestly. I
Like,
think I would
duh.
too.
Duh.
Oh my gosh. What happened when she saw the guy? Did he like run away?
Yeah.
Hide?
And she like
Oh
called the
my gosh.
police. It was like this whole thing.
Oh
But it's,
yeah.
I mean, having someone like peep on you is terrifying.
That is, yeah. That is super scary. Oh my
It's super
gosh.
scary. Yeah. But Kevin be like, it's not fair. I go look at you through the window. It's like, it's almost like that's like so
Only in
insane.
Frida world.
Only in Frida World. I know. It's almost endearing, kind of.
I mean, honestly, Kevin was in the top, I don't know, maybe at least top 10, top 5 male characters Frida has written.
I know. Everyone Frida writes about are dirtbags.
Yeah.
Every single one of them. Okay.
Except Enzo.
Except Enzo. He was good. Okay.
And honestly, Tom. I like Tom.
I like
By
Tom
the
too.
end, a little weird.
He's just a weird sicko who has his sicko girlfriend. That's it. That's it. They just want to be emo together.
Yeah.
Smoke cigs at the bottom of the school stairwell. And
Yeah.
be emo. Okay.
Is that a
Sid
crime?
No, it's not a crime. Sid ends the call, closes the blinds, and just as she starts to settle down, her doorbell rings by Randy. Randy reveals he purchased an engagement ring for Gretchen and wants to run it by Sydney. At this, Sydney knows she can't rat about Randy's alibi without ruining Gretchen's life.
Yikes. Even though she thinks he's a murderer.
Did you feel like this kind of made it make more sense that Sydney wouldn't rat on Randy?
I mean, yeah, I guess so. I don't know though, but if your friend is getting married to somebody, you really want to do your background checks, you know?
This would make you more incentivized.
Yeah, I don't know. What do you think?
I think
Because on the other hand, this murderer guy, he's not getting married to all these women. So maybe Gretchen would be safe if he's going out and buying a ring. No way he would murder her after.
Oh my
But
God.
that's
You know what? I thought you would be the safest if you married the serial killer because he wouldn't kill you in his own home.
how would he get the bloodstains out?
I would be calling you and mom so fast. I would have to get someone if this
If what
happened.
if you were Sydney in this case?
Yes. I'd be calling you and I'd be like, this is crazy. What should I do?
Oh yeah, totally.
And then what would you tell me to do?
I would say tell Jake. She has a
Yes.
very easy person to tell.
Yes.
It's
Like
not, yeah.
I could see myself getting like twisted about it, but I would call you or mom and you guys wouldn't be so like invested and you would just
Right.
give it to me straight. And then I would be like, I'm just like listening to my mom. What do you want me to do?
Yeah. Whoever you tell me to call, I'm doing it.
I'm calling. Mom says call 911. I'm calling 911. Like
Yes.
that's
I mean,
it.
especially Sydney at this point, she has a stalker. There's a murderer in her building, probably, maybe marrying her new best friend. She should move out of here.
Yes. She needs to be calling the police for like 3 different items. That's horrible.
Yes.
That's
I
the worst place
know.
to be in.
I know. Sydney. Yeah, totally should have told Jake. That's the move.
Yes. Okay, so this is my other question. Sydney seemed repulsed by Randy. And what's so bad about him other than he's a little weird?
I don't think we get specifics. I think he just kind of gives people a creepy vibe. And like, I don't know, is his hair greasy or something? Like he doesn't seem like
Yeah.
the most put together of gentlemen.
He seems like an unattractive, creepy person.
Yeah. It's hard to put into words, but you know it when you see it.
So if you get like weird vibes about someone, that would also make me be like, I don't really know why I want to call the police on him other than he doesn't have an alibi and he just makes me feel weird. Is that enough
And he
to
has
call
the
the
keys
police?
to everyone's apartment.
Oh yeah, he does have that. Okay. I forgot about that. You're right. You're right. Okay, that's important.
I think so. And you can call the police about anything. They're just there to talk.
My therapist. They say, ma'am, you need to stop calling 911. You need to stop calling. Okay. What if your girlfriend was just like getting married to someone that you thought was a creep, but you didn't have, it wasn't quite this scenario, but he was just like generally weird and she was getting engaged? What would you do?
I don't know. That's tough because that would kind of, you might burn some bridges if you call up your girlfriend and say, your boyfriend is super weird and I hate him. He might murder you in your sleep. But she's in love with him. I don't know. She's not asking for your opinion.
Yeah.
I think I would look at like, okay, does he seem to love her? And he does seem to do a lot of really nice things for Gretchen and take
Yeah.
care of her. And then
Yeah.
like this whole ring scenario, he seems to really love her. He's like, Gretchen's the
Yeah.
best thing that's ever happened in my life. I'd be like, okay, maybe it's okay.
You'd get over it.
I mean, if I didn't have any like concrete evidence that
Yeah.
he was a criminal, and these murders hadn't happened, and I had suspicions that he was a criminal, and we're just saying there's a guy I have a weird vibes about. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe I could get over it.
Yeah. You need
What do you think?
I agree. I've had some girlfriends where the person that they're choosing to date or whatever is like not who I'd
Not who
pick.
you'd choose. Yeah.
Yeah, you're like, okay, this if you want this to be your life, then okay. But it never works out to say something because
Right, that's kind of what I'm thinking.
people are gonna pick their partner over their friend 9 times out of 10.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
So just don't get involved.
Kind of feel like that.
Yeah. Okay. Tom invites Sydney over for a home cooked meal at his apartment. Sydney decides to give Tom a second chance. Just as they're about to sit down to eat, a mouse runs through the kitchen. Dismayed that his glue traps didn't work, Tom catches the mouse, then smashes its head with a hammer. Sydney asks if Tom would be interested in being her date for Gretchen and Randy's future wedding. While Tom says no at first, he eventually agrees to attend whenever this wedding is planned. Okay. Question. Would you give Tom a second chance?
Absolutely not. He has a burner phone. He lied about his name and his place of business. No.
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 I'm absolutely not going to your apartment.
Oh yeah, that too. Even if I gave him a second chance, we're meeting at a public place. I'm not walking into your studio apartment being locked in there. No escape.
No.
Absolutely
No.
not.
Okay. What did you think about the glue traps? Do you know what those are, how they work?
Is it like they just get stuck on there and then they like, I guess, starve or something if you don't get them, or you have to kill
Yeah.
them, take them out?
Yeah. Versus like
Okay.
a different mousetrap that kills them.
Kills them. He likes to murder, I guess.
Well, that's exactly why he does it.
Yeah.
But what would you think if someone
That wouldn't
chose
be
a
my
glue
first
trap?
thought.
They chose a glue trap where either the mouse has to die of dehydration or you have to bash it over the head.
There's got to be another option than bashing it over the head. But I mean, I guess you're right.
What else are you
Pick
going
it up
to
and
do?
carry it outside. Yeah, no, there's not a good option there.
No. So someone would
This,
choose that type of mousetrap versus a
I'm
more
walking out
traditional
of
one.
dinner. This is a 12th red flag. 12 strikes, you got to be out by that point.
The glue trap, I think I would be like, we're done here.
But you
We're
wouldn't
done
finish
here.
dinner. You already sat down.
I would finish dinner.
I know. You
I
can't
would
really
finish
leave at that
dinner.
point.
No, because you know what's worse than getting murdered? Making someone feel uncomfortable. So I would just I would just sit there and wait to be murdered, and I would probably start crying and sweating, but not leaving.
And then I would feel uncomfortable. Then I get both.
Then it'd be both. Yeah.
Worst night ever.
Ugh. Okay. Sydney was really dismayed that Tom killed the rat with the hammer.
Bashed its head. I think repeatedly, maybe.
Yeah. What do you think?
You got same answer as the last question.
Ugh.
13th red flag. Gotta go.
Well, because it's like whenever there's like a bug, it's like I always want Andrew to kill it. Like,
Okay, that is true.
like I don't want to kill
mhm.
it, but I want you to kill it. But I'm also like grossed out about the whole thing.
Well, you know what? That is true. On the other hand, I'm like, maybe this is a good quality that he's okay killing the mice because if we're going to live in New York, there's going to be mice.
Yeah.
So I kind of need someone with that characteristic.
Yeah. I thought he did a pretty good recovery on the hammer because I was like, what is he supposed to do with it? Because you don't want to handle the rat because if it bites you, you can get rabies. There's like a whole slew of things.
Yeah.
So
What did he say? He's like, did
he
you want to kill it or something?
he was like, Sydney, you told me to get rid of it, so I did. And it's like, what am I supposed to do with it? Like flush it down the toilet, like pick it
Oh.
up and like drop it outside? And I was like,
Uh-huh.
yeah, you can't do any of those things.
Yeah, that's true.
So the glue trap to me was like the deal breaker. The killing the rat with a hammer, I would have been like, kind of gross, but okay, fine.
Yeah. I think we might have used sticky traps back back in my commune house that we lived. It wasn't a commune.
Oh
But
no.
I'm trying to remember because to me, I was like the glue trap. I could see like if that's just what you, I don't know, grew up using or something.
Yeah.
Like that isn't necessarily a deal breaker to me. But but I guess it's not a it's a better option if you're just going to take the rat outside so then you don't kill it. I guess.
Well, can you even get its feet undone?
Oh, I don't know. I have no idea.
Can you remove a mouse from a glue trap? Oh, yes, but it requires caution to avoid being bitten or causing further injury. You have to use oil-based products like olive or baby oil. No one's doing this. No one's doing this. No one is getting a rat on a glue trap and then
Yeah.
massaging
Okay.
its feet with olive oil.
Give it a little nice little mani-pedi before it
Yeah.
goes back to the wild.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm looking. Right. So benefit, they're non-toxic. So if you have other pets or kids around, they're not affected. But yeah, people don't like them because they're more inhumane, actually, than the poison
Yeah.
because they have to suffer for days. All right. All
Yeah.
right. I'm actually not sure if what we had used, honestly.
I mean, if you've used a glue trap, this is your PSA. Do your research and think about it. There's other options. Like, because we
Ugh.
had in my apartment, we had a mouse trap and it was just like a little roach motel type of thing.
Oh, yeah.
And you put peanut butter in it and then the mouse would go in it and then
Never come out.
it never comes out.
Oh, sad.
I know. It turns it into like a convenient little coffin and then you just like toss
Oh
it
my
out.
gosh.
I know.
Oh,
I know.
awful.
So, oof. Okay. All right. All right, next one. Spoiler. How did Tom not clock that Sydney knew his Gretchen? Because she
He
says to Gretchen and Randy's wedding.
he didn't know? I thought he Are we sure he didn't know at this point?
Well, let me ask. Does Tom know that Sydney knows Gretchen?
I feel like once he says, because he mentioned Gretchen before. Yeah, he does. Because before she had said, oh, he totally didn't want to go on a double date when I mentioned going on a date with Gretchen and Randy.
Yeah.
Totally clammed up at that. And so it's got to be. He has to know.
So he knows Sydney knows Gretchen. Tom knows all of this is happening.
Why is he still dating her? Is that your next question? He knows she's in imminent danger.
Yeah. Why is he still dating her? Why doesn't he like reveal, hey, this is going to be shocking, but I actually know Gretchen as Daisy, and she's a psycho.
He doesn't want Daisy to get caught. I think that's it. Because if he spills the beans on Daisy, well, either Sydney isn't going to believe him because that seems very unbelievable that Gretchen is the murderer.
Yeah.
Or Sydney does believe him and turns her in, and then Gretchen spends the rest of her life behind bars.
Maybe he
Tom doesn't
could,
want that.
maybe he could say, Sydney, I don't want to do this, but we have to break up because Gretchen is this obsessed ex that I have. And anyone I
Mm,
date, she makes their lives horrible.
that could work.
And then try to like sprinkle in like I I really don't think you should be hanging around her.
Hmm. That's possible, but then the way I see that playing out is Sydney goes and immediately tells Gretchen and says, he said this craziest thing. And then Gretchen immediately kills Sydney. You know? But I think that's a good question. Why is he dating anyone? He's got to turn Daisy in. Either turn Daisy in or don't date people because they keep dying. That's really not
Yes.
fair to them.
Well, and that's why he was like trying to like keep them under wraps and like not let anyone see them. But it's like very obvious that Gretchen Daisy is always in the wings with a
Yeah.
telescope.
3 girlfriends in. I mean, yeah, with a telescope. When would you stop dating someone, I guess? Because we know of 2 girlfriends who have been murdered. But there
That's
maybe were
it.
more.
I would be done after 2. That would be the
The
end.
first one, you're like, maybe that was a coincidence. But after 2, like this was the mark of Daisy.
Well, because are we counting the first one as Brandy?
Oh, no, I was counting Cindy.
Okay. I was counting Brandy and then Cindy. After Cindy, I would be like, we're done.
Oh, okay. Yeah. If I knew Daisy had killed Cindy, yeah, you either turn her in at that point or you marry her.
Or you know what,
How
you
many women
crazy
have
cat?
to suffer?
Let's just get married. Let's be crazy. Let's get married. Would you be worried that she would continue killing like anyone who looks at you the wrong way?
Yeah. I mean, I think if I were Tom, I would have turned her in back in the day. No way I could have lived with this giant secret. I would
No.
explode.
No.
Absolutely not.
I would turn into dust. There's no way.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. Okay. Ready to go on?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. After an adults-only party in the bedroom, Tom takes a long shower, and Sydney has a few minutes to snoop. She looks in the couch and sees one of Bonnie's signature hair scrunchies tucked into the cushion. With her blood pumping, Sydney rifles through Tom's desk drawer and realizes the number she has been communicating with is indeed a burner phone. At this, Sydney puts on her clothes, takes a water bottle with Tom's fingerprints on it, and makes a tense escape back to her apartment. Tom seems confused by Sydney's mood flip, but orders her an Uber and seems friendly enough. Okay, what did you think?
Okay, now that I'm rereading this, they already found. Oh, never mind. They didn't. I thought they'd already found Tom's fingerprints at Bonnie's apartment, but they hadn't. So yeah, no, totally. I think I did think Tom was a murderer at this point, or Tom and Slug are still working together. That I was still holding on to that theory. Tom and Slug work together.
Yeah.
Or Slug is Jake.
No, we could know. Oh, because how I organized it is different. Because I was like, oh, we already found out the Slug's dead. But when we were reading this part of the book, we hadn't finished all of the backstory yet. So yeah, I agree. I think I was still holding on to hope.
Mm-hmm. But he let her get out of there. So then I was like, well, maybe not. I don't know.
Did you think it was smart for Sydney to like take the water bottle and do all that? Or should she have just left while he was in the shower?
I felt like she thought she had more time. She thought that she could do both. I do feel like it's smart to get some fingerprints or something.
Yeah.
I would think. Although if I'm worried he's gonna murder me, I think I'm just out of there.
I'm out of there.
And I would get my phone. She left her phone in the room. That was the issue.
Oh God.
I think. Yeah. Although maybe I wouldn't get my phone because I tend to leave my phone already.
I'm running. Not grabbing my shoes or nothing. I'm running barefoot.
I know.
In the street. I'm running to the nearest like hotel CVS, calling 911 and asking to go into a jail cell. That's where I'm going.
Put me in your highest security.
Yeah.
Accommodation, please.
Please lock me up. Please.
I'll take my breakfast at 7 a.m.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I would be running out of there.
Oh my God. I was so stressed reading that.
I know.
Thing.
I know. Me too. No, heart was pumping. Did not like it.
No. Okay. Sydney wakes up early the next morning to tell Jake about Tom. I thought that was crazy.
She didn't call him right away. How did she sleep in her apartment by herself? Jake offered to come over. I would totally take him up on that offer.
Yes. Actually, I would be like, let me go to your apartment.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that'd be way better.
Like, I need to go into hiding right away.
Yes. No way, Sydney's still walking around the streets of New York.
No, I'm a
Absolutely not.
recluse. I'm
With a
moving.
stalker.
Yeah. Name change. What is Sydney's job? She's an accountant. You can do that anywhere, babe.
She works from home.
Oh,
She literally can work from anywhere.
I'm calling my mom. I'm booking the next ticket to Miami,
Yes.
and I live there now.
Yeah.
It.
I know. No way. Part of me when I was reading this, I was like, I don't know. Is it because like she's in New York and like, there's a lot of creepy people maybe. Like you just gotta, but I'm like, no, this is way too much.
This
You
is
calling the cops.
too much. Just the stalker, any singular
Oh yeah.
item, I'm out of here, let alone multiple.
All 30 of them.
No. Okay. Okay. So she wakes up the next morning to tell Jake about Tom and ask him to run his fingerprints. It turns out Tom is a match to Bonnie's apartment and the woman from 18 months ago. Jake questions Tom, but all that the prints show is that Tom dated both women. For both of their murders, Tom was working with video footage backing him up. Jake lets Tom go. Sydney is dismayed that Tom was let go and panics when Tom is waiting for her outside her yoga studio.
I was also panicking.
Okay, what do you think about that?
I still thought he was a murderer. That he could edit the video footage. Not a good enough alibi.
He's a twin.
Yeah. In this world of AI, can't trust it.
The fact that he had like the good alibi did make me feel better. And it's not crazy that he dated two women. They happen to get
true.
murdered. Like, that's not
I don't know.
I
How
mean,
many
that
people
is
have dated two women who have both been murdered in the same way?
that is pretty crazy, actually.
I know.
I was
And then he
just-
never said anything about Bonnie.
That's crazy that he didn't say anything about Bonnie. And it's very clear that Sydney knows Bonnie. Like, at some point in this time together, Sydney would have said, my dear friend Bonnie was murdered in the apartment, and I get nervous sometimes. And Tom, a normal person, would say, oh, Bonnie who? Bonnie blah, blah, blah. She wears scrunchies. And then he would say, oh, well, I dated her. You know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
know. Yeah, but Tom really couldn't have said anything.
no.
Because what? She's gonna say, when did you date her? The night before she died? Can't say it.
Oh,
Gretchen got him good.
yeah. Okay. All right. All right. Tom confronts Sydney about her telling the police that she, Sydney, thinks he, Tom, killed Bonnie. Sydney lines up all her evidence. To this, Tom says he has commitment issues. Who doesn't?
What?
Babe.
Of course I have a burner phone. Can't be giving out my real number.
Oh my God. That makes me want to shoot you in the head. I line up all this evidence. You say, yeah, I have commitment issues. Like, what? Sue me.
Crazy.
Crazy. I kill you. Okay. Before they can get any further, they're interrupted by Gretchen and Randy. Tom gets weird and stares at Randy. He asks Sid if they can finish their convo elsewhere, but Sydney uses this interruption to flee the scene with Gretchen and Randy. While the three of them walk back to the apartment, Tom is texting Sydney, "You in danger, girl." Over all of his lies, Sydney blocks his number.
I don't know. I might kind of believe his text at that point.
Being like, you're
Like-
in danger?
Yeah. Where I'm like, I would at least be a little nervous. I'd call Jake. Jake needs to be
I'd
my
call Jake.
bodyguard.
I would call Jake. I would say, Gretchen, I would love to get dinner with you. I'm feeling really weird about all this. I need to be with my
Yeah.
police
I'm
boyfriend.
in a weird spot right now. No.
I'm not feeling the
Ugh.
vibes. I gotta go
Yeah.
into hiding.
Of course not.
So I guess these are the points. I think where Sydney seems dumb is she just kind of lets the current take her anywhere. Like she has no
Hmm.
agency in things.
Yeah. Like, what would she have done differently, I guess?
She would have called Jake and gone
Yeah.
there. She would have called her mom and like fled to the Hamptons or wherever her
Yeah.
mom lives,
Yeah,
you
that's
know?
true. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think those are good points.
Yeah. Why do you think Tom was staring at Randy?
Do you think he was just trying to not look at Gretchen? So he was just
That's a
fixing
good
his eyes
point.
on Randy? I'm thinking that was it.
Like he didn't want to lock eyes that
Right. Because then his face would betray himself. And she's like, huh, seems like you know Gretchen. Or why is your heart going pitter patter when you look at Gretchen?
Yeah. I was thinking that maybe he was jealous that Randy was with Gretchen.
That could be it.
But I like what you were saying better. I think that makes more sense.
Maybe he was jealous because he clearly still loves Gretchen. So, and we don't know if she's been dating anyone else ever. Is this the first time? I don't know.
I feel like she must have been doing this a couple of times.
Not necessarily dating another guy.
Yeah. I mean, because she's been plotting this one for 18 months. Like it kind of seems like Gretchen Daisy's MO is to rack up a couple murders and then pin it on someone.
Yeah.
Because she did
Yeah,
that
I
with
guess that's
Slug,
true.
and now she's doing it again with Slug 2.0.
That's a good point. Oh, I know. I guess that's her type. Depended on. I mean, it kind of makes sense. He's a believable.
Believable weirdo
Yeah.
with a stalking record.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it kind of makes sense,
So,
actually.
okay.
All right.
All right. Maybe that's how she found Slug 2.0. She like needed to find a weirdo.
Bugs R Us. Yeah.
Bugs are us. Yeah. That's their
Whatever
dating
that
app.
dating app. Yeah.
Bug love.
Bug love.
Okay. Up in Gretchen and Randy's weird love den, Gretchen cooks a questionable cheese casserole. Randy decides to propose in their kitchen. Gretchen says yes, and Sydney goes to the bathroom to feel bad that she's now super single. I thought that was so weird. Like,
Is that what she said?
Yeah, she's like, now I'm like super duper single.
Everything in this book revolves around her finding a man to marry.
That's also like a Frida classic, like a woman desperate for a
That's
man's
true.
love.
Yes, that's true.
Okay. Sydney notices the toilet isn't flushing. Not wanting to interrupt the celebrating couple, Sydney goes to fix the toilet tank herself, only to find a Ziploc bag with the murder victim's hair taped to the tank. Sydney believes Randy is the killer.
I did too at that point. I didn't think it was Gretchen.
No, there's no reason to think it was Gretchen. Don't you think it's weird though? So Gretchen tapes the hair to the tank and it's clearly not flushing. So how did Randy not find it? I'm imagining they have a one-bedroom apartment with one toilet.
My guess is that it wasn't the hair that wasn't making it flush. Like there was something else that was going on and she just so happened to pull up the tank to look at it. I'm thinking it was working normally.
Oh,
Until
and the
then.
flapper just went bad.
But you're right. Maybe not, because that is kind of risky if they have questionable plumbing and Randy
Yeah.
knows how to fix things and the hair has already been taped there for a while, because Randy
Yeah.
would know he didn't kill them.
Yes.
So like, but maybe she had just taped it there like that night or, that day or something.
I'm assuming she had just taped it there recently because
Yeah.
she's planning on inviting Sydney up to have the dinner and do the deed.
Mm-hmm.
But it felt risky because it's like if Randy had flushed the toilet at any point,
Right.
that's what felt risky to me.
Yeah. Unless she wanted, I don't think she wanted Sydney to find out. Like, I don't think that was really part of her plan.
I don't think so either.
Yeah, that did feel risky. But I guess she was like, doesn't matter because even if he finds out, I'm gonna kill him.
Yeah. And
So
I'll put it back.
yeah. Then I'll have his fingerprints on it. It'll be perfect.
Oh my God, you're right. Okay. Woo. Okay. Sydney tries to make excuses to get out of another could-be serial killer's home, but at Gretchen's insistence is unable to leave. Do you think that's possible?
I forget exactly what was happening here. So you gotta call the cops immediately at that point. Are you kidding?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. What?
Call hair. You find hair taped in someone's
Absolutely not.
911. 911. What's your emergency? I'm in a home of a serial killer. And then you walk with your phone activated in your pocket as you try to
Yes.
leave.
I know. Did she not have her phone again? Was that the issue? I think she maybe didn't take her phone with her to the bathroom.
Okay, everyone takes their phone to the bathroom. I'm against bathroom books, but you know what? Phone bathrooms. Always. Always. You never know if there's an emergency. You fall in. You need help. Like,
How will someone save you?
yeah.
Yeah, I think that was the issue. She didn't have her phone with her. And then, yeah, no, you got to call 911 though. I would say, oh, I'm getting a call from my mom. I'm going to step outside for a second.
Yeah.
You know, pretend that.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Because
So,
Sydney's go-to is to be like, I have IBS. I have explosive diarrhea. I have to go. And Gretchen's like,
Yeah.
no, you can wait. And she's like, I really can't.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
But also at this point, she's been drugged. So I don't know if it was already
That
setting
is
in a little bit.
true. You're right.
That could have been it.
Okay. Gretchen pulls out a cake she had for this unexpected surprise engagement. I thought that was weird. Okay. Dessert is interrupted by Tom beating on the door, begging for Sydney to come outside. While Tom is yelling through the door at Gretchen, he reveals that Gretchen's childhood nickname was Daisy. I hated that. I hated this reveal.
Just because it was so unguessable and we had learned that she was dead.
Yes, and I feel like there could have been a clue. I was thinking, I looked back. I was like, was Gretchen's exhibit flowers? Were they daisies?
I don't think there were any clues.
There was nothing.
Yeah.
I would have like
Yeah.
Gretchen is like maybe described like, oh, she loves wearing like floral prints. Like it doesn't have to be super on the nose, but like something.
Yeah. I know. I agree. I really wanted Slug to be Jake, Tom to be evil. None of it happened.
Nothing.
But this did start getting kooky, and I did like that.
The rocket ship has left the space station. We're passing
Oh,
the
yeah.
moon. We're on the way.
On the way to Mars.
Okay, my other question. Did Tom just wait around for hours for the casserole to be made and cooked and then beat down on the door? What was he doing all this time?
That's a great point.
A casserole takes
don't
at least an
know.
hour to cook.
You're right. That's such a long time. And then they ate it.
And they
We
ate
didn't have
it.
time to propose. Then you had time
Yeah.
to figure out the serial killer mystery. Yeah, Tom. I mean, I think he called the police, but you can do that walking up the stairs.
Yeah, that takes 5 minutes. Did he spend 55 minutes like going back and forth wondering what he should be doing?
I don't know. I don't know what he was doing. Yeah.
That's what I was wondering.
He had a medical examiner emergency. Quick.
Yeah, like
Gotta come.
what is he trying to do here? I don't know.
I don't know. Excellent point. I guess maybe he wanted to give Daisy some time. He kind of wants people to die.
Yeah, he wants to be like at the oh no, they're dead.
Yeah.
Just missed it.
Shucks. Once
Yeah,
again.
I guess Tom was like constantly texting Sydney trying to like reveal the information.
Oh, maybe.
but that would be stupid because then now, well, I guess once Tom and Gretchen Daisy run off, everyone knows it's them. Like their anonymity is gone. Because I was
What do you
going to
mean?
say, Tom texting Sydney about all of Gretchen's evilness would reveal himself and have concrete evidence that he is part of it.
Oh, I guess so.
But my follow-up to that is it doesn't matter because Sydney survives, therefore their
Yeah. Okay.
anonymity
Yeah, you
is
said it right the first time.
yeah,
Anonymity.
anonymity is gone anyway. So
Yeah. Yeah.
okay. Tom busts through the door, but at this point, Sydney realizes that Gretchen Daisy laced the wine with sedatives, and Sydney is fighting to stay awake. In Sid's final moments, she replays all of Gretchen's interactions. Sid realizes Gretchen wormed her way into Sid and Bonnie's relationship and then started dating Master Keyholder Randy for an excuse to live in the apartment.
Mm,
While Tom and Gretchen are reminiscing, Gretchen Daisy displays her commitment to Tom by stabbing Randy and killing him on the spot.
that was crazy. That's when I knew we were in Frida World and it was a comedy.
We were in a fever dream. She's like, oh my
Yeah.
God, babe, I love you so much. Watch this. And then she stabs
Yes. That's kind of what
Daisy.
we wanted Millie to be. Just
Yes.
the murder machine who loves to kill.
I mean, Gretchen Daisy really is like peak murder mystery machine.
Yeah.
Can't get caught, kills, doesn't
Mhm.
care.
The spirit of Killy Millie finally found a good one in Gretchen Daisy.
Yes.
This girl knows what she's doing.
Yes. Okay. Let me cover this.
Sounds good. Also, do you want to finish by like 4:30ish, you think?
Yeah, we're almost done. Okay. Gretchen Daisy was saving the hair so she could pin all the murders on Randy. All she needs to do is kill Sydney, and then they'll be in the clear. Tom distracts Gretchen Daisy by discussing bloody topics. Gretchen Daisy is snapped back to reality when she hears sirens coming towards her apartment. Before busting through the door, Tom had called the police. Gretchen Daisy says, oopsie poopsie, I won't do it again. Let's start a family together. Tom is convinced and says, let's do it.
What?
They crawl out of the window into the sewers and start their own freaky family.
Oh my gosh. Well, okay, I will say what I did like about this is that Gretchen was going to kill Sydney. And Tom
Yes.
says, no, I'm only going with you if you keep Sydney alive. And I was
Oh
like, well, I appreciate that at least.
I was like, this is bananas.
All of it.
I literally said, WTF is happening right now. What is going on in this book?
So what was their plan here? Was it that Sydney killed Randy and he's gonna be the murderer? He also killed Bonnie and whoever? Like, I forget how they resolved that.
Wait, say it again.
What because the police were there. Did the police
Yep.
come upstairs? Okay. So what was their plan? Were they gonna say that Sydney killed Randy?
No.
Because
Because Randy got stabbed.
right, how did they explain that one? Or was it like, oh, the serial killer was here, but I didn't get a look at them?
I guess Daisy's plan was to kill Sydney and then probably keep Randy alive. And then he would deny it, but it would be too late.
Yeah.
But now that she killed him, how could it be possible that, like, you don't kill yourself by stabbing yourself?
Right.
Like, that's not how you do it.
So now I'm thinking the story is Sydney, they're going to say that Sydney was drugged by Randy. Sydney realized and she was able to stab him. I think that's a story they'd have to come up with.
Yeah. Well, and Gretchen said that she used a special thing that doesn't get caught in autopsies for the sedatives.
Oh, right.
That was one of the things. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe Gretchen Daisy was going to say Randy killed Sydney, and then
Oh, and
I
I killed
killed
him.
Randy.
Right. That would make sense. But they ran away.
But because Sydney was left alive, then they had to flee the scene.
Yeah.
Maybe that's.
I guess I'm just thinking, what story did they come up with? But I forget if they said.
I don't
don't
think they
remember.
said. I think Gretchen and Daisy was just like, I'm going to pin it on Randy.
And
Good
Cindy was
enough.
like, I'm just happy to be alive.
Yeah. Okay. A month goes by. Jake has been by Sydney's side, making sure the evil duo don't come back to finish her off. Even though Jake has been working round the clock, he was unable to find the sewer lovers, and the search goes cold. During this month, Sydney and Jake's love is rekindled. Jake commits to working less and loving Sydney more, and they live happily ever after. The end. P.S. Tom mails Sydney an envelope that has a lock of Kevin's hair. Sydney sees the evidence, tosses it in the trash, and gets ready for dinner. The
Oh my
end.
gosh. That was outrageous. Was that necessary?
That was crazy. And Sydney just being like, I'm done with this. I'm not going to give this really good lead to Jake.
Well, it felt like she kind of appreciated it,
Yeah, she's
is
kind
how
of
I
like,
read it.
Aw, cute.
He does love me. Yeah. So she's kind of like Slug. She's like, well, if they deserved it, it's okay.
That's a theme of a lot of Frida's books.
Yeah, if they deserve it, murder's okay.
Yeah, like vigilante justice.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. In the essence of time, I think I'm done with questions.
I feel like we've talked about all the things.
I think so.
Yeah. Well,
ready
what do you think about the
to-
epilogue? Just briefly.
I mean, I'm glad that Sydney got together with Jake now, and now he's
Me
going to
too.
be by her side, although it's like he should have been doing that this whole freaking time.
I know.
Okay, fine. The lock of Kevin's hair, I feel like, is like a sick detail that Frida likes to put in the books, but it felt Looney Tunes.
It was very Looney Tunes, but I do kind of like, we got some closure on what are Tom and Daisy up to now. They're murdering duo.
The murdering duo having kids now, I feel like that's
Oh,
more reason to have
no.
them be killed.
Yes.
Last thing they need are like little babies.
Yeah, a murdering empire.
Yeah.
We'll finally get our murdering pyramid scheme that we've been wanting.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, ready to rank?
Let's
Score?
rate. Yeah.
Okay. Message/theme.
Oh, you know what I
I
wanted
wanted
to do?
to add one. Mm-hmm.
I think I wanted to flip one. I think message theme to solvability. Because we normally don't have for thrillers, because we normally don't have,
Yeah.
but we can just add if we want to just do that.
No, normally for thrillers, we do skip the message/theme anyways.
Yeah. So let's put
Okay.
solvability.
I like that. I like that idea. Solvability?
I was thinking 2.5,
I was thinking 2.
2.
What are you thinking? 2?
Yeah.
I don't think it was solvable.
I think
Maybe it's a
some
1.
I think some of the things were kind of solvable. Like we even guessed like the pinning
Yeah.
of the murders, the dad, like tying that up.
Yeah, that's true.
So I feel like we were able to guess some things, guessing who Tom was, who I was gonna say who
Well, it's
Slug
kind of
was.
obvious.
Yeah, that was kind of obvious. It was like it kind of oscillated between no duh and impossible to
Yes.
know.
You're right. You're right. It was that.
So
I think
I think
2
I'm
is a
gonna
good.
go 2.
Yeah, 2 feels right. Okay, writing style.
It's Frida signature, and I feel like you got some really good Fridas in there. I'm gonna say 5.
I'm giving it 5 too. I loved it. Unbecready fabulous. Fantastic.
Yes. Really great Frida-isms. Very fun.
Oh yeah, my favorite.
Mhm.
I think I even liked it better than the housemaid. Now that I know Frida.
Yeah, now that you know, like, this is her style, she nailed it. Great job.
Loved it. Mhm. All right, character depth.
I think I'm gonna go with 4.
Really?
I feel like Tom, like you really got to see a lot of of Tom's inner monologue. You got to see a lot of Sydney. There seemed to be layers to people. I thought it was
What
pretty good.
layers are you thinking of? Gretchen was secretly a murderer.
No, not Gretchen. Okay, maybe not a 4. Maybe a 3.
You can put a 4.
I can't think of any layers.
I can't
But
either.
I feel like Tom kind of had some layers going
Tom
on.
was the most fleshed out because I did like he had some internal conflict on I
Yeah.
love to kill people, but I know it's
Yeah.
bad. Sydney was just kind of floating through life.
She was on the
Kinda
river.
felt like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sydney, zero growth happened.
No, she just
She
did the wise move and dated her police boyfriend.
she just wanted a
She
man.
needs that. Yeah.
Her character arc was getting a man. Okay, now I'm gonna say 3. Because I think
I was
Tom was
thinking-
probably a 4, but everyone else was like a 2.
I know. I was thinking a 2. I'll go 2.5.
Okay.
All right, lands the plane.
I think for a Freida ending, she really stick the landing.
I think so too.
It made close to no sense. And I think that's what I've
Just
come to
the way
expect.
I like it.
Just the way I like it. Always keeps you guessing. Impossible to solve. 5.
5 from me. Would you have liked it better if Jake was actually Slug and our prediction was right?
Yeah. I would have liked if Slug didn't just die and that there was all these horrible red herrings everywhere.
Yeah, agreed.
But I feel like I docked her for solvability on that. So
Yeah, I think so. All right, entertainment.
I'm gonna give it a 4.
Okay.
4.5, 4.5, 4.5. I thought it was really fun, fast, page turning.
Is there anything keeping it from a 5?
I feel like the red herrings.
Yeah. But that
That-
wasn't until the very last page you realized that was a waste of time.
A waste of time. Yeah. That's why only minus 0.5.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's fair. That's fair. I think I'll
So,
go full 5 because I was very invested in the whole story.
you had a great
Needed
time.
to figure it out. I mean, I had a lot of anxious times, but I was into it.
Okay, where did we land?
Well, we're at other. Anything else you want to score here?
I feel like we got it all. I feel good.
Okay. I might give it a final 4
Okay.
because I liked it. But yeah, the red herrings did kind of get to me. All right. Final. What do you think we're at?
That sounds like a 4.2.
A little lower. 3.9.
Mm-hmm.
It rounds up to a 4 though,
Okay.
which is about right.
I think this is about right because I didn't like this quite as much as the housemaid. But I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah. What about it, do you think? I think the red herrings. I think that was it.
I think the red herrings, and I think I just liked Millie a lot more than Sydney.
She was a little more crafty. Yeah, she had more agency.
Yeah.
That's true. Although I didn't want Sydney to become murderous. Like that seemed like it would be too outrageous.
There were just a couple of moments where it would have been really easy for Sydney to get out of it, and she just couldn't crack that
That's
nut.
true. That was crazy.
It was like, come on.
Good point.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Do we have time for Reddit reviews?
Let's do
Do
it.
it like Reddit? Okay. I think the one review that really sums up everything is this one that said, overall, the main character is dumber than a bag of rocks, but I was entertained and the twist left me lockjaw, which about captures everything we've talked about.
You see, I didn't think Sydney was so dumb until that final act where it's she was kind of just
You got to call the police. She had 10 opportunities to call the police.
so many opportunities. She got out of a serial killer's house once. And she didn't call the police. So, okay.
Mm-hmm. Well, here's this great review from someone who said, I want to echo how inane Sydney is. She's smart enough to not show a creep to her house, but afterwards ignores every red flag her boyfriend shows until the one thing that could actually have a reasonable explanation because WTF, your bestie didn't invent scrunchies. Which I thought was a great point. And then they say, and not to mention finding out your boyfriend isn't the killer, and then immediately frolicking into the house of somebody who you have also suspected of being the killer while blocking your boyfriend because he's annoying you too much by acting scared and saying you're in danger.
Oh my God. That is true. Is because like Tom did have like a rock solid alibi. So it's like,
Yes. If you don't think he's the killer, then maybe don't throw off all of his warnings.
yeah. And you are suspicious of Randy, but you're going to go in his apartment.
Right?
That was weird.
You don't call the police immediately? Yeah. No.
Yeah. No.
Agreed. Okay. There this one was funny. Someone was talking about all the red herrings, and they said, I was laughing out loud at how silly this book was. Frida loves a red herring, but man, they just don't make sense. And so they listed through a few of them, but then one of them says, and this is really the most pressing. How exactly does one belt out Mozart in the shower? Which I don't remember this, but apparently when Sydney is creeping in on his bedroom, she says that Tom is still belting out Mozart in the shower. And I had to stop reading because I was shaking with laughter. Has Frida ever heard music before? Is Tom just yelling out piano noises? Or did Mozart have... Yeah. I guess that must have been it.
I mean, okay, so not to like humble brag, but Andrew and I went to Vienna and we went to a Mozart concert.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know this, but Mozart would do pieces
Oh, opera.
as part of an opera.
Oh, that... Okay. He's singing opera in the shower. It's possible.
No matter what he's doing, it's like really weird.
Yeah.
But maybe it was the opera.
I kind of like the piano noises.
I kind of like the piano noises too.
Oh my gosh. See, I like Tom.
I like Tom too. Sing your Mozart
okay.
in the shower. Okay.
Yes, I love that. Okay, last one is someone was sad that Tom decided to go with Daisy. And they said, I think after a while of being with her, he's going to realize that she isn't what he wants, that she might understand his weird need, but that isn't who he wants to be. And he will leave and hopefully lead a normal life, which is not possible for him.
He needs to kill her.
He can't be with someone else as long as Daisy's alive.
He's got to kill her. He's got to kill her. I hope
Not even
he
the
takes
police?
No.
Not even turn her in?
No, I hope he takes her into their weird sewer house and crocodile barrel rolls her under the water and drowns her. That's what I hope.
Oh my gosh. Could be. Doesn't seem like it though.
Why not? Why not?
All right, those are all my read it like Reddits.
You read that last note. I really like that one.
Right. Okay, so actually that was the a reply to what I had just read was someone said, I know, I thought at the end, the hair in the envelope would be Daisy's. And I was sad it wasn't. I didn't even think about that.
I mean, that would have been like, I feel like more solvable and make more sense that Tom killed Daisy. You know?
Yeah.
And that he's been like keeping the hairs. But maybe that would have been too on the nose. And we wouldn't have been happy with that either.
No, I think what they're saying is they don't want Tom to be with Daisy at the end. So Daisy was the murderer. But at the end, Tom kills Daisy.
Oh, at the very end.
Oh, at the very end.
Oh.
Yeah. But Gretchen, but Sydney and Tom can't be together. After all that, no way I'm going to be with Tom.
No.
Same with Jake. Very normal. Very nice.
I don't know. I think Sydney was like willing to give him so many chances because he's a doctor. And I'm like, there are a lot of doctors out there. You don't need to be
with this one.
You don't need to be doing that. Yeah.
Agreed.
Okay. Well, this was great.
Yeah, this is really fun.
Yeah. Okay. So next up is Babel. Are you ready?
I've already renewed it from the library like 3 times because I ordered it a while ago. I haven't started reading it yet, though.
Okay, we got to read through book 1.
Okay. How much is that?
I don't know, like
That's okay.
20%, like maybe
Oh, wow.
150 pages. It's a
Okay.
long book.
All right. It does look pretty big.
Yeah, she's a big one. So,
Have you started yet?
yeah, I read all the way to book 1.
Oh. Oh,
Yeah.
well, convenient.
So I can do the summaries for that
I
one.
mean, if you want to.
Yeah, I have a little extra
I can help
time.
if you need to.
Okay. All right. Well, it's been so fun.
Yeah, this was super fun.
Love you.
Love you too. Bye.
Bye.